Hello all and welcome to All Red. I believe that Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to stay at Liverpool, and I've got a couple of reasons why. We're going to break this down because this is the channel that is all Liverpool all the time. It is all red. Please hit that like button and consider subscribing as we continue to cover the best club in the world. The best club in the world that's going to retain its stars, I believe. So Trent Alexander-Arnold scored a goal, a very good goal, vintage Trent goal against West Ham. And his celebration was interesting. He did a little boop, 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 one of those guys, little talking thing. And, you know, fans obviously saw that and started to speculate. On the negative side, people started to point out that this was the same, thing that Jude Bellingham did, I think, when he scored for England. So it's like, oh, well, maybe he's just saying like, oh, I'm going to go join my friend Jude at Real Madrid. But I thought what was really interesting was what Arneslot said after the game. This is what Arneslot said. He said, the way he celebrated his goal should tell you enough, okay? That's what Arneslot said about Trent Alexander-Arnold's contract situation. Now, Arneslot also said that he doesn't have control over his players' personal lives and said he can't, do anything about that, essentially. But the fact that Arneslot said that was very, very telling to me because part of this debacle is, does Arneslot want Trent Alexander-Arnold to stay? If Arneslot behind closed doors is telling Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards, hey, we really don't need Trent Alexander-Arnold. If we can keep him for this amount, great. But if he's demanding excess of 300K, it's not worth it, guys. Let's move on. If Arneslot were saying that behind closed doors, then, I would think that Michael Edwards would be like, great, let's spend that money somewhere else. But I think Arneslot, just the way that he said that and the way that he is interacting with Trent Alexander-Arnold, what Trent has said about Arneslot as a coach, I think is very, very telling. And that celebration came at an interesting time for Trent. Tons of speculation the week before leading up to West Ham from Spanish media, which I don't trust at all, saying that Trent has basically got one foot in the Bernabeu. So Trent, loves seeing him score. The Liverpool fans obviously loved it as well. Massive shouts for him and just the way he celebrated, the way he's interacting with his teammates. I don't see a player that looks on the field, on the pitch during the matches, celebrating, the shoe shine from Lucho the other day. I think it was Lucho. And the way that he celebrated after his goal, the little whispers in Mo Salah's ears. I feel like Trent wants to stay. I feel like he wants to stay. And so another reason why I think he wants to stay is just looking at where Liverpool are at. If you're a Scouser like Trent and you grew up at this club, why would you leave when it appears that Liverpool are about to dominate English football and potentially European football? I know we haven't won anything. There is so many matches to be played, especially I think in the Champions League. That is just such a crapshoot, for lack of a better term, because it really is like you come up against teams as you get into the knockout stages, and especially in the final, you just never know what's going to happen. But the Premier League, of course, is a marathon, and Liverpool are winning it right now, and they are well ahead. So why would you, as a lifelong Liverpool fan, Scouser, kid that grew up in the club, next in line to be the captain, why would you throw that all away to go to Madrid to be with your bestie? I mean, it just doesn't make sense, guys. Liverpool currently are sitting top of the Champions League. Why would you go to a club that you have to scroll all the way down? They're not even in this graphic. I think they're in 23rd place right now or something in the Champions League. So why would you throw away everything to go to that trash heap? So that's where I'm at with Trent. I think he's going to stay. I think the club is going to figure out a way to get him to stay, and we will see. We will see. But I think Trent's going to stay. So there it is. Let me know what you think in the comments.